So I'm just going to create it one more time. So I'm going to create a build and capture image. Within build and capture image, all you need to do is create a task sequence. And in this, you need to go to build and capture. And then here, all you need to do is go to next. And I'm going to name it update master image 2. And then here it's going to ask for boot images. So I'm going to go to boot image, and then next it will ask me for the package that I'm going to install. So this package is coming from these two places where you have previously added images in install.vim and you have operating system as the path. Now next, as soon as you go there, I'm going to assign a password. Guys, you all should know that if, for example, you go into an environment and they're saying, whenever we deploy a machine, it's always a random password. We don't know so you should know where the password is coming from. The password is actually coming from a task sequence. You can always go and change in task sequence. There's this option, and you can assign a standard password. And next here, I don't want to join it to a domain. All I need to do is, now I can join it to a domain. So in one of the companies, this guy was sitting next to me, said, "Oh, why you not joining to the domain? You don't know how to do it?" I said, "I know how to do it, but I want to keep the things simple." So in SCCM, you just need to keep it simple. First, I need to make sure that this image goes flawless. In my next phase, I'm going to add this option, because I don't want to dive down into authentication issues. So for that reason, I'm just going to keep word group here. It is just a word group. So if you name it, it will create a new word group.
So if you're not joining it to domain, you have to do it manually?
Yes, then later on you have to do it manually. But once this is working, if this is working, then what I can do is, later on I can add that step within the task sequence. You can add that step anytime. But for now, I don't want to be lost into authentication errors. So next, it is adding the SCCM package, and next, adding updates if your SUP is working. Here, I would add applications, so I'm adding applications here. And then next here, it's saying that system properties, it's fine. These are just admin. Let's say this is NS admin, SCCM admin. And then here, where do you want to capture it? So if you do remember the path, you can use that path. And here I'm going to save it in sources 1. In your case, it could be sources. And here, this is master image. And at the end, I'm going to give it a name. This is master image April or May 2015. And account that I'm going to use is administrator account. Password. Always verify, don't go without verification. I can verify anything, maybe my domain access. Canap's DC1 /C drive. If this account can access this share, it has all the access. So I'm going to test it. So it can access, it means the account, password, everything is fine. And then next. And here it's saying, oh, it has to be Vim at the end, the file name. So it has to have a file name, so that the file name is Vim. And summary, and it is done. So, and close. So now I have two task sequences. This is the one that I created, and this is the other one. Now, just as a habit, I would just go and try and distribute it. So here it's just saying these are dependency services. Now basically these all have to be distributed, and if I don't see anything here, it's fine. So my verification is done. Now the next thing that I need to do is I just created a new machine. So where is my new machine? I'm creating a new machine here. So file, new virtual machine. And guys, this is a very important point. How do you test it? So here my machine will be Windows 7. And here I'm just saying this is my bare metal testing. So this machine is bare metal testing, and hard disk is fine, typical settings. It starts, and now your very first test is starting right from here. So here, this is the test of your DHCP. If your DHCP is working fine, so I'm going to go step by step here. If it is not able to get IP address, my DHCP is not working. So I won't go from this step to this step unless this step is done. So DHCP. Now DHCP, if it doesn't get IP address, it's not working. So for that, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to find out that if on NAT there is DHCP in VMware. So what I would do is, I would go to settings. Within not settings, actually edit, virtual network editor, and it did not receive any IP address. So first is IP address. So NAT is DHCP disabled. So this is the first thing that I need to do. Disable your VMware DHCP. Now this is grayed out because it's not admin access. I would just click this and it gives me full access and I can disable it, but in my case it is disabled. So if it is disabled, it's fine. This step is done. If you're on host only. Oh yes, you're right. If my SCCM is on host only. So this is on NAT and second on bridge. So which means my real network is on NAT. In this case, guys, here since I don't need internet, I would disable the bridged network card just to keep it simple. Because then I don't know which network card the client is trying to connect to this machine. Now, if I disable the bridge network card, I know that both are on NAT network. So now here, I'll quickly go and add DHCP. So DHCP, add role. Within adding role, all I need to do is next, and here DHCP, add feature, next, and here I would say restart if required. So it should go install DHCP. Now, since we are on DHCP, what are the components of DHCP? Scope, IP range, exclusion range, DHCP options, authorization. You need to have authorization. Lease timing. What is the formula of lease time? It is by default 8 days, but then after every 50% of the time, it would try renew it. And then if it is not done in 50% of the time, it will 75% of the time. And then if it is not, then that IP is given to somebody else. So guys, since it needed a restart after DHCP, this is why I do select that option. So sometimes we just don't restart a machine after a role is added, and that creates a lot of issues. So I just selected it because if it needed, so for DHCP it must restart. And which means video is gone. Yay! No, it is not the image. Oops. No, cancel. First restarting. On bare metal machine still. I will keep the bare metal machine on and one more time just enter so that it can, just to keep it busy looking for IP address. It won't get an IP address unless your DHCP is responding. Well, the machine comes back. I would go, and all I need to do is log in. Once it is logged in, I'll jump back to the DHCP. First of all, I'll go to Server Manager. Guys, with Server Manager, it is very important to see this flag all the time. when you add a service, remove a service, see if this flag has anything for you. So as you can see, guys, the DHCP wanted me to do these last steps as well. So sometimes you just think the DHCP is working, whereas it's not configured properly, it won't give you IP address, and you will stuck just on DHCP for hours and hours. You won't even jump into SCCM. So here, now it is done, but I do see this yellow flag now. So this flag is saying that I need to complete DHCP configuration. Guys, this I've seen many times. You think you added the role, it's done? No. Always make sure that you complete all configuration. It needs to do some finishing work. So all it needs to do is to authorize the DHCP. So this is authorization. If you don't do this, it won't give IP address and nothing will start. So here it is authorizing it and commit. Sorry? No, DHCP needs authorization from Active Directory to start assigning IP address. Okay, it was not a Kenneth/administrator? Okay, so then it got authorization from here. All I care about that it is authorized and my DHCP is working. Although it's not the right way, but for now I'll just go with this. I do see some other. Okay, so now it says that since you did the few steps here, there are some steps pending for So this is for WSUS. I won't care about this for now. This is for software update services. So I'll just leave them as is. But what I'm interested in, creating a scope in DHCP. So within DHCP, I will go to DHCP manager. And within this, the very first thing I need to know that if this is green. So this is green. And the next thing here, I need to create a scope. So I'll create a new scope and make sure that if this scope is from my own server range. So here I will go into the server and see what is my IP address. So my IP address is 100.80, which means that I have to have a range of I have to use the same range. So I'm going to name it NFHQ scope 1, and then here I would say 192, 168, 100. Guys, these are all step-by-step technical steps that you need to do. If you are using a wrong scope, again, this imaging will fail. So you have to have right steps here. (254) complete range, but now I'm gonna exclude 192, 168, 100. From I want to exclude from 50. From 50. No, from 1, first of all, from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Because 10 is my DC. I don't want to have IP conflicts there. So from 1 to 10, I just want to have as exclusion range. And then next, least time is 8. Now here, DHCP options, gateway. I don't need a gateway for now. I won't use options. So this is my, now this is red for now. It shouldn't be red, it should be green. So I need to activate the scope. So I activated the scope. If this is activated, it should start providing IP address. I'll look at it one more time. On my scope in pool, this is my complete range and this is my exclusion range. So what is my real range? From which IP address it should start assigning IP addresses? From 11 to 254, very good. And then in scope options, I have no scope options. I think I'm gonna need some scope options here. For DNS and for Pixie, I need some options. 66 and 67. So I'm going to come back to this. once I deploy the image, I'll come back. Let's see if we get any errors from there. For now, my scope is ready, and now let me try again and see that if it works. So as soon as it goes, okay. So no DHCP proxy DHCP. So guys, what is DHCP doing? So see this. DHCP, this client machine is broadcasting itself. Do you remember the broadcast process? It it is using a DORA process. Discover, offer, request, acknowledge. Discover, offer, request, acknowledge. Now in Discover, it is using 0.0.0 IP address and what is it doing? It is broadcasting. Now guys, remember one thing here. Now there are two people sitting here who are using WDS here and DHCP here. Both are using port number 68. So now this is a problem. It is 67, 68, both are DHCP. WDS is also using the same port. So now this error could be that it's not getting that IP address. We need to fix that by DHCP options. So I'm going to show you where this is. So I'll open WDS here. Within WDS, I'll go to WDS. Within WDS, first of all I see it is down. And secondly, if I go into the properties here and go to DHCP. So guys, here, when you have DHCP and WDS on the same server, when you have DHCP, WDS on the same server, you must check this option. So that option is configure DHCP option to indicate that this is also a Pixie server. No. You can put it on DC as well. It will work from there. There is no preference. And in real environment, it's not on the same server. In real environment, it is. So is it listening? It is listening, right? But you do have in DHCP option, did you put in 67, 66? Okay, so that's fine. And I mean it. Guys, SCCM is so weird. It might work in one. So in your both cases, you didn't do 67, 66 option. And your DHCP is on the same server as SCCM. So yours is not an issue because it is on another. And yours is, you have to check these options, yes. And can you check if your WDS is running? Open WDS. Is this green or black? So black means it's not working. It has to be green, but guys, it shouldn't be green from here. You can go and kind of start it here, but it should be start from SCCM. SCCM should be controlling it. But you know, let me try it here. So okay. So it is started, and now I'm going to go back to this machine and see what's happening. It got the IP address now. So 11. Okay, hold on. Let me finish this first. So guys, so here, so hold on to your errors, guys. Hold on. I'll give you time to work on these errors. Let's see this because there is a lot more to come. Now, again, one more time. Since I've worked on this R's and R's and R's, I know the inside, I know these errors and bits and pieces. For you guys, it might not work for the first time, but I want you to spend time on this. Now, few things that you already know since I showed you that if it doesn't get IP address, then you go to WDS and enable these options. Guys, still I have a second problem. The second problem is that my my task sequence is not offering the image. Here, it gives me straight answer that yes, take the IP address. So here, let me restart it here one more time. So I'm restarting it. Now see the process here. It will take the IP address. So it took the IP address. Pause. Can I pause? So here, yes, it took this IP address so to start with my DHCP is fine. Secondly, here it's saying that it is 64-bit architecture. And thirdly, it is failing right here. It is saying there is no boot process available. Now that's the second level of troubleshooting. So, which IP address? What? Okay, so since now I'm here, and it's not providing me now. What I need to do is I need to go to DP properties and see what is my DP offering. So guys, in DP there is one option that I need to select. So in order to fix this, what I'll do is I'll jump back to SCCM, and within SCCM, I'll go into DP properties. And within DP properties, if you remember, we did a Pixie setting. So here, I would go to administration, within site, within properties, sorry, the DP properties. And within DP properties, I'll go to Pixie. So mostly, if this information is not correct, then it won't work. So here it seems to be correct. Pixie is enabled. It is allowing distribution point to request Pixie request. It enables unknown computer support. So guys, here one thing. Now, it is saying all this, but I have not seen these configured on WDS. So now let me show you the settings here. So this is my WDS, and the settings that I was doing in Pixie should be selected here. So here it's just saying do not respond to any client computers. If this is not responding to any client computer, it won't work. Now this is supposed to be F. No. Hold on. IP address is provided by DHCP. The next step was that Pixie should offer the image. So guys, everyone. So guys, I won't hear everyone. So guys, everyone, just a quick point here, and that includes Farhan. You want to show? I'm showing. It's fine. Okay. So guys, here, yeah, I just want to give you few pointers for troubleshooting, guys. Few pointers for. So look at this. Now here, this setting is supposed to be exactly the same setting what I see in distribution properties. So here I'm saying enable unknown computer support as well. As soon as you select this should be automatically selected here. And here it is not selected, which means that there was some misconnection between Pixie and this. For that reason, I'm going to select it manually. So I'm doing this selection right on WDS server. So that, and now this is supposed to be done from SCCM, but since it didn't do it, I'm going to do it here. Yes. And it's working. Okay, so you're denying everything that I'm doing. So it's working. I mean, this is not fair. I'm putting all my energies here to these guys teach something, and now you keep on saying no, it's working. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Mm-hmm. Yes. So guys, I mean, if you enable Pixie, it should go to WDS and do all these settings. But since it didn't do it, I'll just check one more time here. DHCP is fine. TFTP server is okay. Network, multicast, and this is all done. So, and I'm making a mistake one more time to restart this server. So, because sometimes if you just touch it, it goes down and it never comes back up. But I'll just do it. Because I made a change, I'm going to restart it. So it's restarted successfully. I'll jump back to the bare metal and let's see what happens. So here, now, actually now this time error is different. So it is configuration policy error. Okay, so we'll break here, guys, and right after the break, we'll start from here. So let's take a 10 minutes break here. I'm gonna, yes, yes. So guys, here I'm gonna go into SCCM, and in SCCM, I am going to go, guys. I did. It's on. So guys, here, uh, so I have a task sequence now, and I'll go into task sequence. Within task sequence, I'll go to this task sequence, and so I'm using this task sequence and I'm going to deploy it. Guys, deployment is always done on collection. So I'm gonna deploy it on all computers. I can deploy it to all unknown computers and all systems as well. So first of all, I'm gonna deploy it to all systems, and then and next it needs to be available or required. So available means it won't be installed, it will wait for my input. But required means it will go and it will be installed. Now make available to the following. Should it be available just for configuration manager clients or everything? I would go with this configuration manager, media, Pixie, all of them. And here next, it is immediate. I need to deploy it immediately. So I would say assign immediately as soon as possible. So this is important point. And then here this is rerun if failed previous attempts. I am not selecting here anything, user experience. Then you have alerts. If you need special alerts, no need for the alerts for now. And then download contents locally when needed by running task sequence. So this option is when you're deploying the image, all of the files should be downloaded on the target machine or not. So if you're saying download it, so that's the only option for now. I would just go with this. A network access account is required for Windows PE. We did configure that account, but here is just a warning. I'll ignore it and I'll just move on. So once it is deployed, I'll go back and try that again. It's not gonna work. Why? Yes. So it's not gonna work. What I can do is I can say that deploy this to all unknown computers as well. So for now I did all systems. All system means the discovered devices. But now I'm going to deploy. So here, look at this. Here in deployments, it shows me only one place deployment. You can deploy this to multiple places. So I can now go again one more time and deploy it on all unknown computers. So all unknown computers as well. So whatever unknown computers are there. And then same, I would select same options, deploy immediately. No, if it fails, what do you mean if it fails? If the deployment fails, no, actually it depends on the type of error. For example, the error is a kind of error that you cannot move without fixing it. It won't retry. So those are the things. Now I've deployed it here. The second thing that I need to do is I would go to my discovery and I would run. I need to run. So here I will go to discovery. Here I would rerun the system discovery so that it can discover the unknown computers. So run discovery now. It is running the discovery. In the meantime, I'll go back to assets and compliance and I see my unknown machine here. Is this the one? No, this is testing, bare metal testing. It's still not here. So if the discovery is running, it should be able to discover it, but here, I'll again try. So now it is running, guys. So now, just a second. So now it is running. Now this is a Windows PE, now task sequence started. So at this point, task sequence started, guys. This is the place where you need to go. So at this point, what I did, I deployed it to all systems. It didn't went through. Then I deployed to unknown computer. Unknown computer, whatever computers are asking, even if they're not discovered, but they're asking. They're saying, "Oh, I'm a computer. I need some image." So since your Pixie is ready to deploy it to unknown computer, that's why it starts the process. Yes. It was SLMGR. Yes. Space dash VR. So now it is running. So this is running. It just ran, and now it is running this here. Now here, what password is it asking me for? Where is the password? Password. This is the Pixie password in DP settings, in DP properties. So here, and why do I have this password? So it should not be open to everyone. Now next, and here it says immediately task sequence failed. So now, guys, it starts now. In the meantime, what I'll do here is, so this video was